Tammy Cornett. Welcome to iPhone Chef. Tonight we're going to talk a little bit about meatballs. First thing we're going to do is take 2 pounds of ground meat. Your choice. Lamb, turkey, hamburger. Mix them all up. Pound of each. Now, I washed my hands real good before I started this because this is a hands-on event. I've got my ground beef in here. I've got a cup of breadcrumbs. You can use crackers, anything that's bready like that. This is a little bit of carbs in there. Now we want to take some fresh herbs. I've got basil, oregano, and parsley chopped up here. If you don't have fresh herbs, then by all means use some dried herbs. I've got a little seasoning. I've got garlic pepper. If you don't have garlic pepper, regular pepper's fine. I've got onion powder and garlic powder, and I've got a tablespoon of each. I'm going to dump those in there. I'm going to take 1 egg, crack it in there. And I'm going to use 3 tablespoons of milk. This gives it a little nice moisture. And then I'm just going to take a couple of little pinches of salt and drop those in there. Now this is when the fun starts. You got to get in there and mix all this up real good. And you can try a spoon if you want, but there is just nothing that makes meatballs as good as getting in there with your hands. Everything's good and mixed up. Oh, I can tell these are going to be real nice and moist. Now, you can make great big meatballs if you want. This is really where your choice comes in. I like mine about 2 inches. I'm going to drop them in this nice hot skillet. I've got a few in there cooked a little bit earlier. Now, what the important thing here is to try to get them all consistently in the same shape so that they cook up at the same time. I'm going to mix up just a few more of these. You don't want to handle them too much, but you want to pat them. That is a little too moist. We're going to put that back in there and mix that back in so that it holds its shape. So now when you get them all mixed up and fill your skillet up, what you want to do next, well, you want to wash your hands because that's kind of gross having that meat on there. You want to turn them all till they're browned on each and every side. That's what I've done with these here. I've flipped them, I've turned them, I put just a little bit of olive oil in the bottom, and you can see it's already a little bit of the hamburger grease is cooked off. I'm going to put these into a casserole dish. And now I'll wait till I get this casserole dish totally full, and then what I'm going to do is stick them in the oven for about 30 to 45 minutes, depending on how many I get in there. That is what I think makes absolutely the best meatballs in the world, is sticking them in the oven, let them bake a little while. You get a real nice flavor there. I made a little marinara sauce earlier with some vegetables, with some tomatoes, some carrots, different things out of the garden. And I'm going to plate that, little pasta, little fresh marinara sauce, and some of my friend Marty's favorite cheese. I must say it's probably my favorite cheese now. Now this recipe, I'm doing this tonight. A friend of mine, Marjorie, said, I really would like to take meatballs in my lunch, and I'm just not really sure how to go about doing that. So now one of the great things about these is you can freeze them, put a few in a bag and get them out, microwave them at work. Great little lunch idea. Now I've got to try just a little bit of this and see how they turned out. I really want to try this meatball. This one's half lamb and half hamburger. Let's see if our result's going to be good. Really good mixture, a little bit of both. Throw a little pork in there if you want. I'm Tammy Cornett. I'm the iPhone Chef. See you next week.